try to say to you, make as much money as you can while absolutely positively helping no one at all, you'd have to turn to crypto. Because these dorks sit there, scam each other all day.
I'm sorry, what? Andrew Tate is a man that has been quite low-key. He's quite an obscure character and most of you probably haven't heard of him. All jokes aside, he has quite a large influence and many people respect what he has to say, and quite a few disagree. But today we're going to be looking at his takes on cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Is he teaching the fine men of tomorrow good financial literacy? I, a crypto expert and millionaire, will review his crypto takes.
When crypto's going up and crypto's reaching all-time highs, everyone's panicking, trying to get hold of money to buy crypto. Too late. You need to buy the crypto now.
Wow, yeah, that's what I've been screaming this past few years. Like, you want to buy when it is boring, when there aren't celebrities and influencers shilling and talking about cryptocurrency. Times like these are the times to buy into Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whatever coin you fancy. You don't want to be buying in an uptrend. And unfortunately, obviously, by definition, it's the exact opposite. Most people are going to come in when things are hot, when there's like amazing stories, but when things are boring and actually a good time to buy, the amount of attention in crypto is just a fraction of what it used to be, despite it being a way better, opportunity.
Now that the prices have tanked, so that when the next bull run comes in 2 to 3 years, people are saying it's going to be soon. That's all code. These are people who are trying to make fast money because they don't have any business sense. That's all garbage and code.
Folks, it takes about 4 years for a halving cycle to begin, and halving cycles is usually like the litmus test for when a bull market starts. And it takes a long time. Unfortunately, despite what your favorite influencer tells you, the bull run is not going to come next week or next month. It takes years, right?
The real money is going to come in 2 or 3 years. Now is when you need to be panicking for money.
Yeah, in an ideal world, you'll be focusing on your career and actually getting cash flow during the bear market so you can put it into cryptocurrency. When I was buying Ethereum at like $200, that was pretty much all I was doing. I was working my job and putting, my earnings into Ethereum, and, it paid off beautifully. That's kind of the winning formula. When it's already in the bull cycle and things are going crazy every day, that's not the most optimal time to get into it. Okay, so this is apparently him having a meltdown over crypto Twitter. Let's hear what he has to say. So far I'm impressed. Like last video, he made a lot of sense. Things I've been saying on this channel. Let's hear what he has to say about crypto Twitter. Let me tell you about Boss Token. Boss Token is a microcap deflationary token which reduces in supply over time. It will also have a use case to unlock premium features on Boss Track, a DeFi portfolio tracker. You can buy this coin early today at bosstoken.com.
Twitter is full of losers. It's full of losers because these are people who are afraid of hard work, who want to make money for nothing. And even if they make money, they have a 0% net positive impact on the world.
This is an interesting belief that quite a few people hold. You'll hear from quite a few people that those who trade and, make money from buying and selling crypto, tethering in and out, or even like stock traders, they don't actually have any benefit on the world. I would say that is absolutely not the case, and it requires quite a understanding of abstract economic concepts. What traders basically do is bet on what the price of something actually is, what the real value of something is, and if they're right, they get rewarded, and if they're wrong, they get punished by losing money. This constant battle that traders have essentially creates a consensus of what something is actually worth. If you want to see how this actually helps your life, go to a 7-Eleven and pick up some bananas. The bananas are going to be the same price pretty much on any given day at any given week. They're not going to wildly fluctuate. It's not going to be like 10 times more expensive on Thursday, and then it's going to, crash down by like 90% the next day after that. The reason is because traders have made the market efficient and have came to a consensus of what bananas are worth. If you want a real life example of a society that doesn't have traders doing this, look into like a communist country. It is actually illegal to trade in that manner, and thus these countries don't have price data to work with. It's why in communist countries there's like facilities and functions that have like a mile-long queue because, you know, there's way too much demand and not enough supply. And then there'll be like some facilities in communist countries where literally nobody turns up. North Korea has like these giant banquet hotels built in the middle of nowhere that has no customers or anybody turning up because they don't have like price data to work with. Nobody knows what the value of anything is, so, you know, you can only take a guess. So yeah, it's not very intuitive, and it doesn't feel very emotionally compelling, but people that trade actually really do help the economy and giving people, you know, an actual realistic and fair and balanced price on things.
I want to say to you, make as much money as you can while absolutely positively helping no one at all. You'd have to turn to crypto because these dorks sit there, scam each other all day.
I'm sorry, what? I thought we're capitalists here. Like, why do we have like such hostility to people, you know, looking to buy things to make money from? You know, of all the problems in the world, of all the issues, I don't think the nerds on crypto Twitter are like are the big issue the world has.
Bots, garbage, launch DGen coins, be a bunch of idiots, promise to have the world, I'm going to tokenize toilet paper, and it's got utility, and there's an NFT, and you can join my exclusive project, and we're all a community, and let's all type in the Telegram all day, and we're all gonna help the world. And really, you help fucking no one.
What I will say, and he kind of touched on it, is this whole idea of being in a community with a crypto, I think is a bit of a psyop. When we really think about it, what are people trying to do? They are trying to buy a coin when it's low and sell when it's high, which essentially means someone is holding the bag and someone loses money on the other end. And this is always something that people, like, I guess don't want to acknowledge. To give this man the most charitable interpretation possible, he does have something with this concept of the crypto community, or like an individual coins community. The people in there want you to buy high and sell low. And it's kind of why I have such little sympathy for people that lose money when they try to trade crypto or like speculate on a coin, because you're trying to do the same to someone else. It's just you rolled snake eyes and, you know, you're the one that actually lost money in this circumstance. Like there's no need to cry. Like there's no crying and trading. That's the game you play. All right, next video.
How difficult is it to move serious cash? I had to send, it's about 4 years ago, I sent $900,000 to Qatar for a completely legal reason.
Why?
I had to buy one to buy a property. The backflips, the paperwork, the legal nightmare. I swear to God, I was put on a travel list because for about a year after that, I was stopped at every airport.
Yeah, this is a big thing. And when people say that crypto has no use case, Bitcoin has no use case, it's just people buying and selling, the only people that think that have never actually had to move like a legitimate amount of money in their life. I try to keep as little money as possible in my bank, yet my bank gives me so much BS of like what I can buy, what I can transact, how much money I can take out of ATMs. Even after I input my two-factor authentication code, it still doesn't let me buy or make a transaction that it doesn't like. It's just like, and I've even had people in my family, they would have like money sitting in one of their accounts, they try to get it out, and the bank will make it as hard as possible for them to just get it out, to get their own money. And this is something that is so common, like dealing with traditional finance compared to crypto. Once you're used to crypto, it's just unbelievable. In crypto, I can send $1 million to a guy in Russia within seconds. And I don't need to provide any explanation for why. I don't need to justify myself or do anything. I can just do it anonymously at any time for any reason and for tiny fees. So the people that say that crypto has no use case, boy, you are lacking. You are lacking comprehension of how bad traditional finance is. Maybe if you're just like a normie that, you know, you just go to like McDonald's and buy like a Big Mac, maybe like none of what I'm saying resonates. But like when you actually try to deal with actual money, you'll understand why crypto is so compelling.
So it fixes a whole bunch of problems, cryptocurrencies. It certainly does. I think a lot of people who are forward thinking and believe the things I believe in, it's the only logical conclusion. What else are you going to do? Trust a bank?
Yes, holding crypto yourself, whether that be on your own wallet or you have a centralized exchange account, poses its own risks, and your assets can be at risk if you screw up. But then again, you know, you have banks and they can like close your account for any reason if you say something they don't like or do something they don't like. They essentially are babysitters for your own money. A lot of people don't like that. Like, I've had situations where I'm abroad, paying for things and stuff, and then suddenly my bank turns off my card and I'm just screwed for no reason, like for no good reason at all. And like, this is quite common.
I don't even trust the Romanian government or the Russian government. I have property in Moscow. I don't even trust the government anymore. I don't even want a property, because if I piss the government off, they're just gonna take it. I don't own it. They say you own it until you annoy the government, then you don't own it.
One big thing with crypto is that it's very hard to know who owns what in terms of crypto. And obviously you can imagine that has some benefits. Historically, we've seen people with assets that aren't crypto. Traditionally this was like gold. The government can seize gold, like they've seized gold before. There's been situations where they've unjustly taken people's property, and crypto makes that quite a lot harder.
I don't even want property anymore. I'm going full crazy Mr. Blockchain now, because it's the only time I feel like I have control over things.
Yeah, owning property has its own problems. Like, at least in the US, there is a property tax where I think you have to pay like 1% of its value a year. So to what degree do you really own that house? It actually becomes somewhat of a liability because of that property tax. There's a lot of things that seem like it's a slam dunk and it's like, oh, I'm good now. Nah, you're not. Well, that was Andrew Tate. I would say that he has quite a good knowledge, like a good head on his shoulders when it comes to crypto. As for his other views, I mean, I'm not particularly fond of some of the things he does. But with crypto, it seems like he's on point. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like and sub for more.